What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today I want to show you guys my Destiny rank 6 PDE. I built her up. I wanted to test her because she has some very interesting abilities if we look into it. There are a lot of buffs in her abilities. We have backline that is holy damage for buffed by 10%. We have all damage dealt. We have all those nice buffs in there. Some more debuffs. But something like this backline that is all damage dealt 20%. And her Destiny rank 6 skill seemed quite interesting. Let's compare that for a second. Her Destiny rank 1 skill is when self takes damage from active skills or basic attacks, consumes 3 layers of transition power to grant 1 layer of mystical veil on 1 ally with the lowest HP, and restores self and target's HP equal to 1200% of self attack for 2 rounds. Cannot release the skill without enough layers of transition power. So it is pretty interesting to keep your lowest life hero alive because you grant mystical veil, which gives them 15% chance for shadow lurk, which is dodging of active skills or basic attacks. So very interesting. But really, if you use this, you have a full energy feed with active skills, you get only 2 activations per round if 2 enemies hit her. It's not when self takes damage, by the way. It just requires her to be hit by the attack, not to really take damage. An interesting thing was at Destiny rank 6, it says when releasing active skills instead of when self takes damage from active skills or basic attacks. So I was thinking maybe it's like Star Alchemist Tom Young, where every active skill basically activates his Destiny transition. So I was definitely curious, just because, well, if you can activate this 6 times around, and you have this 20% buff here, that's 120% all damage dealt, on top of all of the other stuff that you get, that would be some serious damage buffs. Turns out, no, it really doesn't work that well, and it really doesn't work in the way DH describes it. So I want to show you guys a fight. We are going to take a team with her and put it in a fight, and we're going to look out for some things that I noticed during my testing. First, the team that we are using is a pretty standard team with some weak heroes. I want to drag out the fight a little bit so that we can see all of the effects. The interesting thing is, at Destiny rank 6, we get a new skill. We not only have our standard skill with the difference of when releasing active skills, we no longer consume the 3 layers of transition power with the first part, which is something we saw before, and is quite good. I mean, it allows us to activate our pivot time nodes multiple times around, and then we also get an 18-layer transition ability. And of course, 18 layers is quite a lot. That's probably the most I think we saw on all Transcendence heroes. And that has to be a major one, and this is a very interesting one. As soon as we get 18 layers of transition power, because it says itself has 18 or more layers of transition power, then we gain Darkness Cloak. Darkness Cloak is an ability that's described as those with Darkness Cloak have a 100% chance to dodge the active skill or basic attack firstly receive each round. So dodge for every single one of our heroes. Pretty insane. Doesn't work at all. In my testing, I couldn't find any example or couldn't record any footage of any hero dodging because it had Darkness Cloak. There is no visible effect for when the heroes get Darkness Cloak, and I couldn't see any hero consistently dodging any attack. So in my book, this skill doesn't work. We'll see it in a fight. The enemy we face there, we'll see it on turn 3. We run a full energy feed, so on turn 3 we'll actually get the 18 transition power. You will see on turn 3 our PDE will stop healing herself, which is the easiest way, by the way, to see if her Destiny skill activated. She heals herself and the lowest life. If you keep an eye on her and she heals herself, you can be sure that it activated. Other than that, our skills here include the backline allies holy damage buff, so this is something you might see. And you might see the effect of being healed buff, which is a heart with a plus symbol, a blue heart with a plus symbol above the enemies. That is something you can see. We are running attack reduction. And I have to say, the general idea of her getting hit, disactivating her her transition skill, is quite nice. She can really keep your team alive with those effects. You can run her in a way that she buffs your team a lot and grants you a lot of damage, or you can run her in this more defensive way that I have here, with effect of being healed so that you can heal up all the time. With backline enemies attack reductions, if you run that with DGN, that can be very nice. but it's really not what we're looking out for. So the first thing you have to see is it doesn't trigger when we release active skills. It triggers when she's hit by an active skill or basic attack. Not take damage, but hit. The next thing to look out for is when she's stunned by HHA. Yes, an HHA in the team, the guy that we're going to fight. Her Destiny skill stops triggering. It seems like any CC that also keeps her from attacking also stops this Destiny skill from triggering. Darkness Cloak, obviously on turn 3 you will see it doesn't work. So those are like the 3 main points that I want you guys to look out for. And other than that, let's just watch the fight. I will point out some more things. And maybe the first thing that I want to say, the effect of being healed is quite cool. It's not the strongest skill necessarily, but you will see some higher heal numbers and that can be very fancy. So starting off, we do an active skill, gain 6 transition power. From now on our skill triggers. We see it, we got hit by the DTV and instantly healed. There we got hit, 757 million heal. Got healed there again. And sometimes you will see those 1 heal numbers. There, by the way, the effect of being healed buff. Already at 3 layers. It's a 50% buff, by the way, so already quite fancy. You will sometimes see lower heal numbers because the enemy is running a PDE, and obviously PDE can reduce heal effect, so that is something to look out for. Also, our heroes are gaining armor, and we have a ton of shields from Wraec Vesa. Wraec Vesa, interesting synergy, by the way, with those effect of being healed buffs, because her shield, the shields that she grants are based on the heal she does. So the more she heals, the higher her shields. So we are running a pretty tanky team right now, despite having very low heroes in here. Obviously facing an enemy DTV at Divine Power 8, we're still in some trouble there. Round 3, now we should gain Darkness Cloak, but just nothing happening here really. We still didn't activate that, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why it is bugged, but some abilities still are. So we're working on maybe testing some, reporting that to the H, so that we can all enjoy the heroes here that we like the most. Team's still pretty healthy, even on turn 4 after getting hit quite a lot. Like now get the first losses to the DTV, obviously. Yeah, this is insane. Couldn't really see an example this time of the HHA CCing us. But you can trust me on that. When she is CC'd by a CC that blocks her from doing basic attacks and active skills, it just stops her DT. That is a bug I saw with multiple heroes. Usually passive skills shouldn't be blocked like this. And DT, as far as I've seen it, is considered a passive skill. But somehow, yeah, this still happens. A nice combination with PDE in general as a hero and her skills, you can see like the attack debuffs here, would be DGN. DGN would be quite cool to combine with that. And maybe I could see a team with some debuffs, attribute reductions and stuff like that in the future, but well, we are dead. Heal is something to look out for. I told you effect of being healed is buff. Yeah, quite some major heals going on there. In general though, can't really recommend you guys to go for PDE. Despite all of the insane stuff that is in her skill set, at least not for Destiny rank 6 PDE that is in her skill set with the all damage dealt buffs, all damage dealt reductions, all of that is in here. She's just not worth enhancing to Destiny rank 6 early on or right now. In the future, obviously I can see that maybe for PvP more than PvE. I personally wanted to try her for Flame Shrine and Star Expedition, but the thing is, in Flame Shrine, okay, you have 3 bosses. If they hit you 3 times, then you have a little bit of an advantage from that Destiny rank 6. But in Star Expedition, it's 1 enemy. So even if you don't have Destiny rank 6, he can't hit you often enough so that you gain any advantage from your Destiny rank 6. Because, well, the second part doesn't work, and all the difference in the first part is that you no longer consume the transition power. You gain enough transition power every round though to activate your skill 2 times. So 2 enemies can hit you and it will activate. So there is no real advantage in Star Expedition to having her at Destiny rank 6, which is kind of sad. Would have been honestly also quite cool to be able to dodge the full active skill from the Star Expedition boss, just not take any damage at all from that. Would have been very fancy, just doesn't work. So at the moment, I definitely reported this, I talked to the H about it. They have to fix the description, or, well, the effect, I don't know. Maybe the effect is wrong, I think the description is though. And then definitely make Darkness Cloak work. My question for you guys is, are you interested in Phantom Defier Elena as a Destiny rank 6 hero once she's fixed? Or is she like not the hero that you prioritize first? Or will you build her maybe in the future as second or third? Are you interested in her skill set? Do you think it is good? And other than that, I think that's about it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And with that, I wish you a great day. See us in the next one.